I want to express to you, those of you who have been aware of the up and coming trial, the most important historical event constitutionally, religiously, and politically that America has ever experienced. We are headed for a precedent at the level this nation has never known at this trial. And let me tell you why. Many of you have casually and from a distance listened to the things that we have said. I want you to know that when we put Columbia University, Barack Hussein, the long-legged Mac Daddy Obama, and the CIA on trial, we have constitutional granted authority to do that. This is not a whim. This is not a kangaroo activity, nor a railroad court. We have been granted by the Constitution the authority, and I will be acting under the constitutional mandate to call, to assemble, to indict, and to convict in this trial. This is not a joke, everybody. This is indeed a matter of constitutional priority. We will demonstrate that. Moreover, in this trial that we have the constitutional authority to call, we will identify and we will report on crimes that have been committed against the state of New York, against the federal government, against several federal regulatory agencies, including wire and mail fraud. We will demonstrate conspiracy to commit these crimes, and also crimes committed against the nation as a whole that would rise to the level of treason and also sedition, and conspiracy to commit treason and sedition. Now, please listen to me so that you don't dismiss this upcoming trial and fail to recognize its historical importance. We have the constitutional authority as citizens of this great nation, of which I am a natural-born citizen, and the Constitution gives me and those of us calling this trial the authority to invoke it, and then once the crimes are identified, once we identify that Columbia University, that Michael Sovereign, Barack Hussein, the long-legged Mac Daddy Obama, and other government officials have committed a crime, and this will be done in the face of a valid judge and licensed attorneys and a witnessing body, arrest must follow immediately, or full investigation thereof. The outcome of this trial will be no joke. We will identify and document that crimes have been committed, and we will report them to the authorities. This trial, where a verdict will be rendered, the next step would be for the authorities, whether the federal authorities or local, state, and city police, will make post and swift arrest at the conclusion of this trial. My friends, study your Constitution or talk to someone who knows something about constitutional mandates for citizens to do such. This is a very important moment in American history. It'll take place under the most historical precedents that has ever been acknowledged or even imagined in our great republic. The alleged first black president put on trial by an alleged black pastor in an alleged black church in the alleged most famous black community. It's going to happen right here. Now, I want to ask you to consider something as you recognize, or as I make an attempt to demonstrate my sincerity and my love for all of mankind, my great love for the Lord Jesus Christ, and my great love for this nation. When I speak, many people would, and others, politicians and leaders alike today, have recognized that before they can speak or give an analysis or an opinion of things they've come to understand and interpret, whether the concepts, how they work, and what has been their historical importance and nobility and integrity across the ages in all societies and groups, such as loyalty and family and fidelity and honesty. These things cross nations, borders, languages, etc., and they are a bond for the planet Earth and all humanity. However, the day has now arrived on our planet and in our world where you have to submit integrity, nobility, truth, honesty. You have to submit those things to politically correct language, acceptance of outright sin such as homosexuality, acceptance of illegal aliens, immigrants, and others who violate constitutional laws. You have to accept those things and submit. Nobility, integrity, honesty must bow down and stoop down and worship the advent of political correctness before it makes its statements known publicly. So most people, when they speak today, their speeches or statements or concepts or interpretations of nobility and integrity and honesty, loyalty, and time-tested traditions, biblical Judeo-Christian fact and power and law, are filtered through political correctness. So by the time the speech is had, there is nothing there to be said. Those who do not filter their statements or language through political correctness or the immorality of today, such as homosexuality, gay and lesbian, and all of the other accepted behaviors, even a culture of drugs and a culture of corruption and death and abortion. Those who do not filter their speeches or statements or ideas through those prisms today are considered barbaric or fire and brimstone or loud mouths or people who are just not with it, or people who are unprofessional. All those things they say about me, not because my facts and not because I don't have an opportunity to explain and articulate and analyze and conceptualize. No, it isn't that. It's because I do not allow my nobility or integrity to be subject to immorality or political correctness. My brothers and my sisters, we need to wake up out here and recognize, speak the truth. And to hell with political correctness. Political correctness can go to hell. Political correctness has caused us to sink into a morass where even now the Constitution is subject to our own whims and thoughts, where you've got this long-legged Macbeth Daddy Barack Hussein Obama now seated at the head of a government illegally. And you've got bleeding hearts and mourners who refuse to tell a nation of people the truth, called the advent of racism, allowing this foolishness to proceed, where we're going to stop it. I will lead the charge and I will not shut up. Obama will be brought down at the end of this trial. Arrest will be in order, and there'll be no denying it. It will be mandated by the Constitution that that long-legged Marxist, quasi-Marxist freak be arrested, along with the Columbia crowd and others. My brothers and my sisters, my preachers and prophets and politicians and teachers and leaders alike, wake up. Stop subjecting your truth to some bastard idea of political correctness. Speak the truth. Hey, watchman on the wall, what of the night? Cry aloud and spare not, and lift up your voice like a trumpet. To hell with these people who don't want a man to lift up his voice when he speaks, but wants him to speak in some sort of a monotone as if he is tiptoeing through the tulips. To hell with you. I will speak with the strength of my voice. I will speak from the depths of my character. To hell with you. And to hell with Obama and all that crowd that supports him. Let's get this trial on May the 14th, right here in New York City. Outlaw. That's what God said. That's what God said.